Tax season, it's officially underway, and the Internal Revenue Service is expecting delays due to a number of factors. The owner of a local tax service tells TV5's Kendall Keys what you can do to avoid any setbacks.
The beginning of tax season comes with a warning for parents. Changes in the tax law have the potential to delay your refund.
The most important change had to do with the child tax credit.
Debbie Kinnish, the owner of Darby Tax Service of Grand Blanc, says the pandemic changed that specific credit. It went up, and half of it was released over a 6-month period. Knowing the exact amount is critical.
People are going to receive a letter. They went out in December.
It looks like this. If you missed it, you can find the amount you received on irs.gov or in your bank account.
We need to know that amount. They'll get the remainder of any credit available to them on their tax return.
Another important number to pay attention to, the amount you received from stimulus checks.
That's one of the things that could really slow down a tax return this year. You need to have the right information.
It's these kinds of errors that caused a backlog of close to 10 million returns from 2020, a backlog the IRS is still working through.
Last year, people had to report the amount of stimulus, and sometimes they took a guess. They didn't remember, and that is what the IRS is having to go through by hand now.
With this year coming up and kind of similar issues as last year, are these problems just going to keep adding on to that backlog?
No, I don't think so, because last year we were changing. There were late tax law changes. We were really dealing with it on the fly. Some of those changes were made in March, far into the season. This year, we know what we're looking for.
She says taxpayers shouldn't procrastinate and also shouldn't rule out consulting a professional. Reporting for WNEM TV5, I'm Kendall Keys.
The tax filing season will end on April 18th this year for most individuals, rather than the usual deadline of April 15th. That's because that's when Emancipation Day will be observed in Washington, D.C.